Hi, and welcome to Kaleidoscope Yoga. My name is Amber Kleid, and in today's practice, we're going to do a slow flow, and I have a meditation treat for you at the end. So you're welcome to lie down in Savasana, or you can sit in Sukhasana, easy pose, and take your meditation. So if you like this video, if you enjoyed the practice, please like, subscribe, comment. I would love to hear from you. I try to answer every comment that I can because I sure do appreciate it. I know there's a lot out there, and to have you here really means the world to me. Just trying to spread the love of yoga. All right, so please find a comfortable seat. You might like blocks or a blanket. Whatever it takes to make your yoga practice comfortable today. So as we come into our seated position, we just want to take a nice deep inhale and imagine that your breath is coming from the base of the spine and lifting all the way up the back, up the spine to the crown of the head. So you're lifting nice and tall, and you're letting your shoulders move away from the ears. Arms are going to rest heavily. Depending on your mood today, if you're feeling a little flighty, you can turn your palms down. That kind of shuts off the channel to pulling in any energy. If you want a little bit more energy, you want to pull in that vibe, you can turn your palms up and you can find a mudra, bringing the pointer finger into the thumb and kind of rounding and making a little circle like an OK sign. And this keeps the energy traveling through the body. So just lengthening through the spine. You can close your eyes for a few minutes. We're just going to sit here and breathe as we get grounded before we begin our practice. And if closing your eyes does not feel comfortable, you're certainly welcome to just gaze down at the floor. And we want to find just a little activation in that low belly. Take a nice deep inhale and sigh it out. Let's do 2 more of those. Nice deep inhale. Sigh it out. 1 more. Big breath in. And let it go. Again, making sure those shoulders are relaxed away from the ears. Let the hips relax down onto whatever it is that you might be sitting on. Releasing any tension from the legs. And just really inviting yourself into your practice today. What will your sankalpa or your intention be today? It can be absolutely anything you'd like it to be, and something as simple as just being right here, right now. You can dedicate your practice today. Take a few breaths to kind of hone in on whatever that might be. Letting your breath come to a nice calm state. Maybe at this point the exhales are just a little longer than the inhale. If you're not there yet, no worries. Just keep breathing. Just a natural pace, whatever that means to you. Maybe bring a little smile to the lips. Just enjoying this time in this space, drawing in the prana or the energy of the breath into the body. And then let's bring our palms together in Anjali Mudra. Thumbs facing the heart space, fingertips facing the chin. Let those elbows press out and press into the palms of the hands. We're going to see if we can get a little stretch through the forearms here. Take one breath here, and then you're going to clasp the hands together. And then on an exhale, press the palms out, really activating through the arms, still keeping the shoulders relaxed. So we press through the heels of the hands, and hopefully you can feel that in the forearms. And then on your next inhale, we're just going to draw the hands up above the head. And exhale, draw them back down, reaching out from the shoulders. Let's do that 2 more times, breathing in and up. And exhale, out and down. Once again, breathing in and up. And out and down. We're going to breathe up, fingertips to the sky. And exhale, reach to the right. So you're going to let your left hip not rotate, but relax down towards the floor. And then once we find the stretch, this might feel real good just looking forward, but if you'd like, you can add a little bit of a sort of a twist here by shifting that left shoulder back, and maybe the gaze comes to the left. One more breath here. And then on the inhale, you're going to come right back, forward, draw yourself up. Take a nice deep inhale and exhale to your left. Should be feeling a nice deep stretch through the side body, through the arm. The arm might even start to feel a little tired, especially in the wrists and the forearm. And then make that little swivel, right shoulder back, if that feels good in the body, looking up towards the sky. Right hip pressed to the ground. And then when you're ready, come back forward. Inhale back to center. Slowly release those hands and rotate the wrist as you take a few breaths, nice and slow, releasing the hands down. Let's rotate our shoulders. Inhale, shoulders to the ears. Exhale, round it down. Inhale, up, shoulders to the ears, not ears to shoulders. And exhale, bring it down. One more time, practicing movement with the breath. Inhaling, exhaling, release. Let's go ahead and come the other way now. So we're lifting up the back and relaxing down the front. Lifting up the back and relaxing down the front. Lifting up the back. Last time. Good. Let's bring our fingertips either to our shoulders or rest them at the back of the head. And that's just going to be different for everybody. Just see which one feels more comfortable. And we're going to take an inhale and we're going to exhale, twist to the right. Inhale back to center, connect to your belly, and exhale to the left. Inhale back to center. Exhale to your right. Inhale back to center. And exhale to the left. We're going to do one more time like this on each side. Inhale, center. Exhale to the right. Just kind of opening up through our thoracic spine here. Inhale, center. Exhale last time to the left. And come on back to center. So we're going to do this a little bit quicker. So stay with me. So we're going to take an inhale, exhale, inhale, exhale. And we're going to do that a little quicker. So the breath is going to speed up. If you feel like you need to stop, if you get dizzy, anything like that, please pause. And I'm going to let you go ahead and do it at your own pace. So when you're ready, breathe in. Inhale through the nostril, exhale sharply through the lips. We're going to do 2 more each side. And come back to center. Give your elbows a couple of big circles here. And relax the arms down. You got this. Let's go ahead and come into our tabletop position. Knees underneath our hips. We got our wrists underneath our shoulders. And we're hugging into the low belly, lengthening the spine, dropping the tailbone just a little, and lengthening through the crown of the head. So our neck is a nice extension of our spine. And we're just going to dip our hips to the left, and we're going to look to our right toes. And then take an inhale, come back to center, and exhale opposite. So looking towards left toes, right hip shift out. Inhale back to center. Exhale, look at the right. Inhale back to center. We're going to look at the left toes. Good. Come on back to center. Perfect. Reach those palms out. You might walk the knees out just a little bit. We're going to come down to our puppy pose, melting the heart down to the mat. If you can't make it down to the mat with your arms, that's totally fine. You might find a block to rest your forehead on, or you might even rest your forearms on top of the blocks instead. So a couple of options here. Either way, you're going to get a nice little stretch through the armpits, through the chest. Take 2 more breaths here. Excellent. Let's go ahead and walk those hands back into center. We're going to walk the knees back into center. And we're going to extend our right foot out and drop the arch of the foot onto the mat. We're going to make a little kickstand with our left leg, and we're going to rotate it to the left just a little. Left hand should be straight out from your left knee. We're going to take a nice deep inhale and come into our supported side plank. Here we go. Lifting the fingertips, breathing deeply. So, if you'd like, you can stay here, or you can connect to that core and pull that leg up. Pressing through the heel. And then if it's in your practice, you're welcome to reach back, grab that foot, get a little quad stretch in, working some through the hip flexors, even stretching out through the collarbone. Nice breath here. So wherever you are, just breathe. If you start to feel a little antsy, that's normal, and you can just pause and breathe right through that. Let your body know that you're safe. It's so good to hold these poses. It really allows the muscles to, you can kind of get that mind to muscle ingrainment. And then open up. And wherever you are, relax it down. And we're going to go ahead and do the other side. So right foot's going to make a kickstand. Left leg's going to stretch out. Line up that hand with the knee and inhale. Left hand to the sky. You can stay here, or you can lift that leg. Take a couple of breaths in this position, and then if it is in your practice, feel free to reach for that foot. Nice steady breath. One more breath wherever you are. And on that next exhale, go ahead and release and roll it all the way back down. Turn those toes under, press those palms into the mat, and take that journey into your first downward facing dog. Nice and slow. checking into all the muscles. You would not believe all the muscles that when you're in downward dog that are stretching and working from fingers to toes. So we're pressing palms into the mat, fingertips into the mat, and then we're rotating our shoulders kind of out externally, almost as if your triceps are going to pinch your nose. And then we're going to hug our belly in, lift those hips up high, and the heart space is going to shift just a little bit more towards the knees. Now remember, the farther away your feet are, the more load your shoulders are going to take. So you might walk your feet in just a little bit if you're like, holy crap, my shoulders, this is not working. And, you know, if downward dog is not your jam, you can come into, you can do child's pose if you want. That's totally fine. Or you can come into dolphin, which is, we're just going to drop our forearms down. So a couple of different options here. So pause wherever you are, and we're going to take 3 deep cleansing breaths, and we're going to engage in a lion's breath. And so what that means is that when you're going to take a nice deep inhale, and as you exhale, your tongue is going to stick out and move towards the tip of your chin, and your eyes are going to look up to your the middle of your eyes, so your third eye. So when you're ready, and we're going to do this by lifting up the heels. So breathe in, lift the heels. And as you exhale, lion's breath, drop the heels. And let out a little roar. Let's do 2 more. Breathe in. One more time. Breathe it in. And exhale. Go ahead and drop down to the knees, and we're going to bring those toes together, open the knees up a little wider, and come into our child's pose. Take a moment to relax the shoulders. You can bring your toes towards your knees. That usually kind of gives the shoulders a little bit more space to really drop down and just hang. Enjoy a couple of breaths while we're taking a moment of stillness. One more breath here. Start to find a little bit of movement in the fingertips, maybe the toes, and then we're going to draw the hands out, bring yourself back into a tabletop position. And we're going to anchor ourselves down here. Reach your right leg back, connect to your core. And we're going to reach our left arm forward. Stretch, stretch, stretch. Reaching through the heel, through the fingertips. Take a nice deep inhale. And exhale, draw them together at center. Inhale, reach it out. Exhale, bring it to center. Inhale, reach it out. And exhale to center. Last time, reach it out. And as you exhale, we're just going to float both hand and knee to the ground. Let's go ahead and do that opposite side. Left leg this time is going to reach out, pressing through the heel, making sure that your hips are straight across. So we're not lifting one hip up. That's going to cause you to really dip down into the opposite shoulder. We don't want that. We kind of want our weight to be balanced. So reaching with our right hand, find your center here, connect to the core. Take a nice deep inhale, and as you exhale, draw the elbow and knee in. Inhale, reach it out. Exhale, bring it in. Inhale, reach it out. Last time, let it go. Inhale, stretch it out and relax. Perfect. Let's go ahead and make our journey back into downward facing dog. Go ahead and walk the dog a little bit here, stretching through the calves. And you're just going to take baby steps all the way up to the front of the mat. And here I advise to use a block if you have low back issues. We don't want to hang all the way down, but instead having more of a flat back position is more productive. So pressing into the soles of the feet. You can even rock forward and back a little bit just to really find a center of balance here. Rotate the thighs in. So you're rotating the bones in. Your knees are going to look like they're coming in towards one another. Your sits bones are going to shoot off to the back corners of the room. And you're going to feel the arch of the foot and the big toe. The pressure will increase in those areas. Go ahead and if it feels good, you can kind of move the neck around. And then when you're ready, we're going to drop the booty down and we're going to take a nice deep inhale, sweep the hands up, find chair. Relax your tailbone, connect to that core. Strong focus, looking forward. You got it. Take a nice deep inhale, press into your heels, connect to the glutes, up you go. Keep those arms raised. Find a gentle back bend here. Maybe the elbows open up. And exhale, palms together, hands to heart space. Beautiful. Maybe dipping the chin down towards the fingertips, checking into the back of the neck, enjoying a little bit of a stretch here. I chose poorly with my shirt. It keeps wanting to creep up. All right, when you're ready, take a nice deep inhale, fingertips to the sky. And we're going to exhale and dip the fingertips to the right. Let your weight fall into your left foot. We're going to find a nice side stretch here. Inhale, connect to the core, draw yourself back to center. Exhale to the left, dropping the weight of your body into your right foot. Bring it back to center on your inhale. And we're going to exhale, swan dive, forward fold. Good. We're going to do that one more time. Let's drop the booty down, connect to our core. And when you're ready, we're going to inhale the hands up, finding chair. Relax that tailbone, shoulders are relaxed, gaze is forward. Breathe, building strength and character. And when you're ready, we're going to breathe, lift fingertips still to the sky. Bring those palms together. Exhale, come down to center with the palms. Let's breathe the fingertips up. We're going to come back into chair, palms together. Let's find a twist. Now you can take prayer twist, drawing left elbow to right thigh, or just take a simple twist. It all depends on what feels good to you, where you feel safe. But whichever one you decide to do, see if you can lengthen through the spine just a little bit more. One more breath here. Take an inhale, you're going to come to center, and exhale to the other side. Good. Breathe back to center. We're going to come up, fingertips to the sky. And exhale, float the hands down by the sides. Let's inhale, hands back up. Make big circles with the hands. And exhale, bring it down. Let's do that one more time. Big circle, bring those hands up. And this time we're going to exhale, forward fold. Take an inhale, flat back. Exhale, forward fold. Bring the fingertips down to the mat, bend the knees gently, release both feet back and out. We're going to find our plank pose, hugging into the belly. Now when we're doing plank, make sure you're not lifting up your booty. They call it a plank for a reason. It's straight, as straight as we can, being humans and lumpy and bumpy, from the crown of the head all the way to the heels. And we're engaged everywhere. And we're going to hold just a few more breaths. If you need to, drop those knees. Good. So we're going to come down to the mat, and you can drop to your knees if you'd like, or you can hug those elbows in and lower yourself down, nice and gentle. Relax the toes. Take an inhale, baby cobra. Exhale, release. Let's do baby cobra again. Breathe in and up. Exhale, release. Press into the palms. Press yourself back into child's pose. Soften the breath. Two more breaths here. And then start to make your way back into your tabletop position. Good. We're going to go ahead and walk our legs all the way underneath us, drop a hip, and come into a seated position. We're going to do a forward fold here. So you have a choice. You can go into fire log if you'd like, bringing your shins together. I am not the most flexible person, so if you're not either and you feel like your knees are propping up, you can always find a little extra support here with your blocks if you'd like. And we want to spread our toes because we want to protect our knees first and foremost. If this is not comfortable for you to stack, then just come to a cross-legged position, left leg forward. We're going to bring our hands down to the floor and just find length through the spine. So we're not rounding. We're nice and tall and supported, pressing into the palms. So almost as if you're pulling energy up from the earth through the arms into the back. Take a couple of breaths here. I know my left hip is singing to me a little bit right now. That's okay. All right, so if you'd like, if it's in your practice, you can come down a little bit farther. Forearms down to the mat, forehead down to the mat. You know, everybody's different. So never, ever, ever push yourself into a position. Take 2 more breaths here. And then we're going to walk our hands to the right. We're going to take 2 breaths here. And then we're going to walk our hands to the left. Come back to center. Slowly maneuver yourself up. Release the stacking of the legs or the crossed legs. Bring the soles of the feet to the ground. Fingertips are going to come behind you, and you're just going to find a nice little rocking back and forth, little windshield wiper here. Good. So let's come on back to center, and this time it's going to be opposite. So right foot's going to come up on top, right shin's going to come on top, or in front if you decide to sit in a cross-legged position. One side might feel a little different than the other. And then once you get yourself settled, we're going to do the same thing. We're going to draw those palms down to the earth, press into the palms. Shine those elbow pits forward, lengthen through the crown of the head. Let your tailbone move to the floor. And breathe. And then if you'd like, you can go ahead and draw those elbows down towards the ground, forearms down towards the ground. And we're still not rounding, so keep that neck as an extension of the spine. As best as you can, shoulders are relaxed. Gaze is forward and down. And then we're going to walk our hands this time to the left first. And notice if you have any holding, if you're tightening or tensing up, and see if you can relax that space. And let's walk to our right. And then back to center, and then walk yourself up. And again, we're going to bring the hands behind us, relax the legs, and find a nice gentle side to side. There must be some cats or something outside. Jolly just keeps pacing back and forth, back and forth. She's super territorial. All right. So we're going to come on to our backs for just a moment and go ahead and relax down. Draw the knees into the chest. Relax the shoulders and the head back. You can rotate through the ankles for a moment. Take a nice deep breath in and let it go. Let's make our way into a happy baby. Drawing the soles of the feet to the ceiling, letting the knees drop outside of the armpits. And you can find a gentle rock from side to side. You're welcome to play a little bit by lifting one leg up, just like a little baby would. They don't care. They're just going to wave their legs around. And then, if you can, take your 2 peace fingers, pointer finger, middle finger, wrap them around your big toe, and then straighten out the legs, keeping a little bit of buoyancy in the knees, and then let your legs drop open to the side. Get a nice little stretch in the inner thigh. Don't worry if the knees are super bent, no big deal. Take one more breath here. And draw the legs back together, release the toes. This is your choice. You can go ahead and rest the legs out nice and long. Find a Savasana resting pose. Or you can give yourself a little rock and roll here, a little massage on the spine. And then come into a comfortable seat. I'm going to go ahead and prop myself up on my block again. Just feels better in my hips when I can be a little raised. And I'm going to come into easy pose. So again, I'm going to invite you to just be as comfortable as you can. If you're in Shavasana, maybe a blanket or a pillow or something rolled up under your knees would feel really nice. Or you can put a blanket under your head. And if you're sitting, just find that nice tall spine. Lengthen through the crown of the head, relax the shoulders. You can find that mudra again with the palms up, pointer finger and thumb resting gently together if that suits you. And I'd like to invite you to close your eyes or gaze at the ceiling or the floor, but let the eyelashes gently kind of kiss one another if you have your eyes open. So everything around you kind of becomes just shapes rather than full-blown images, maybe shapes and shadows. Softening around the eyes, relaxing the jaw, allowing the shoulders to shift away from the ears, arms become heavy. Relaxing the hips and the legs, releasing any tension in the knees. Let's take a big breath in together, letting the breath move into the belly. Sigh it out. Letting whatever is still lingering that's not going to serve you be washed away. Let's do that 2 more times. Big breath in. Feeling grateful for our time together. Exhaling. Releasing any to-do lists, any must-dos. Last time, big breath in. And last time out. Really allowing anything that is gripping or holding, anything that's keeping you from fully relaxing to have the permission to let go. And in your mind's eye, I would love to ask you to imagine a beautiful mountain in front of you. You see its peaks and valleys. And you can imagine this massive stone having its roots in the ground for maybe miles underneath what we can actually see. Moving down to reach the center of Mother Earth, grounding down and lifting up above the earth, strong and tall. Now take a moment to really notice what this mountain is all about. Is it big like the Rocky Mountains, snow-covered, covered in pine trees? Does it have jagged peaks? Or is it more like rolling mountains covered in beautiful green trees? Can you see for miles and miles more peaks and mountains and valleys around it, or is it one single mountain? And just notice all the nuances around it. Birds, animals, water. Notice the trees, what color they are, what kind they are, how many trees. Is it so tall that there's clouds around the very, very tip top? Is it a sunny day? Just observing and taking in everything around it. And then I would love for you to imagine that you are this mountain. You're standing tall and strong and magnificent. You feel your posture rising up just a little taller. And you can see miles around you, infinite possibilities. And with each breath that you take, you start to become more alive. You start to notice how everything around you thrives because of you. Because you believe in who you are, you believe in your abundance, your strength, your positivity, your undying wish to stay strong in all of your endeavors. You feel the roots reaching down. You feel strong and stable and centered and grounded. Knowing that anytime your life feels a little unsteady, that your balance doesn't feel quite right, you can always come to this space where you know you are strong and you are rooted in confidence. You know that what you believe in is exactly what you need to move forward. And allow yourself to come home to the space, feeling at home here anytime. Please bring your hands to heart space and Anjali Mudra. Taking a big inhale in and saying to yourself, I am safe, I am strong, I am a mountain. And as you exhale, release anything that is standing in your way. Because really, truly, there is nothing standing in your way. And I'd like to leave you today with this positive meditation for you to take anywhere that you'd like and hold close to your heart. And just know that whatever it is that you are going after in life, you can get when you come back to the mountain. Namaste.